Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our first city council meeting of 2026 for Tuesday, January 13th. In compliance with state law, city council special and regular meetings are held in a hybrid format with in-person, telephonic, and virtual options for public viewing and participation. So I'm calling this meeting to order. First order of business is we are going to give the oath of office to our newly elected, and I will call each of you down. We'll start with Jennifer. If you'd like to join me in front of the dais, please.
I have to think. Okay, I was doing all of the kind.
Right hand. There you go.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. No.
You're good. Okay, if you could repeat after me, please. This is for the oath of office for I, Jennifer Hartenhausen,
I, Jennifer Hartenhausen,
having been duly elected
having been duly elected
to the office of
to the office of
Covington City Council,
Covington City Council,
position number 2,
position number 2,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and impartially discharge
and impartially discharge
the duties of this office
the duties of this office
as prescribed by law
as prescribed by law
and to the best of my ability,
to the best of my
and that I will support and maintain
and that I will support
the constitutions of the state of Washington
the constitutions of the state of Washington
and of the United States of America.
and of the United States.
Jennifer, congratulations. Thanks. Beth. Okay. You can repeat off of after me. I, Elizabeth Porter,
I, Elizabeth Porter,
having been duly elected
having been duly elected
to the office of
to the office of
Covington City Council,
Covington City Council,
position number 6,
position number 6,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and impartially discharge
and impartially discharge
the duties of this office
the duties of this office
as prescribed by law
as prescribed by law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
and that I will support and maintain
and that I will support and maintain
the constitutions of the state of Washington
the constitutions of the state of Washington
and of the United States of America.
and of the United States of America.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Let's give them a check. I'm all that. You want to get in there?
Oh, cute.
1, 2, 3. No. That's all early. He has a hard part. There you go. Yeah.
Riley.
Buddy.
Repeat after me. I, Riley Reed, having been duly elected to the office of
Yeah,
Covington City Council,
Covington City Council,
position number 4,
position number 4,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully,
and impartially discharge
partially discharge
the duties of this office
duties of this office
as prescribed by law
as prescribed by law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
and that I will support and maintain
and that I will support and maintain
the constitutions of the state of Washington
the constitutions of the state of Washington
and of the United States of America.
and of the United States of America.
Congratulations, Riley.
I was about to take a video. I go first.
2, 3.
I think there might be on here.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's at least.
Yeah.
And I can step out if you
Yeah.
want.
This one.
Good job.
She looks just like.
Congratulations to our newly elected. Thank you all very much. We will have a reception here shortly. And then we can come up and have pictures taken behind the dais or in front of the dais as well. Next is roll call. It's Krista doing the roll call and she is virtual.
Yes. She is.
Yes,
Thank you for joining us, Krista.
thank you for having me. Okay, we're going to begin with Councilmember Soltis,
Here.
Councilmember Porter,
Here.
Councilmember Hartsock,
Here.
Councilmember Harjahausen,
Present.
Councilmember Reed,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Smith,
I'm here.
and Mayor Wagner.
Here.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you, Krista. If everybody could please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all very much. Next is, since this is an even year, we will do a selection of mayor and mayor pro tem for a 2-year period. And does council make any nominations?
Yeah, Ms. Mayor,
Christina?
may I nominate, I'd like to nominate Jeff Wagner to be the next mayor. Continue to be the next mayor of Covington.
Is there any other nominations for mayor?
I would like to nominate Sean Smith as our mayor.
Any other nominations? Christina, would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, I actually wrote it down. So I'd just like to take a moment to express my full support for a mayor who truly embodies what leadership looks like in action. He is consistently present, deeply engaged, and genuinely invested in the well-being of this community. He doesn't just hold the title of mayor, he lives it every day by staying informed, showing up, and understanding what matters most to the people he serves. What makes him stand out is his unwavering presence. He is at all community events, local gatherings, and important moments, not out of obligation, but out of care. He listens closely, stays aware of what is happening across our city, and leads with both clarity and compassion. Because of this, people feel connected to their local government and confident that their voices matter. There are leaders who fill a role, and then there are leaders who fit it like a glove. Jeff is the latter, respected, trusted, and genuinely loved by the people. He has earned that admiration through consistent action and authentic service. There is truly nobody else who represents this community in the same heart, dedication, and commitment. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. Beth, would you like to speak to your motion?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. We really can't go wrong with either of our candidates that have been nominated. We've had wonderful service by Mayor Wagner. We've also had our Mayor Pro Tem, who's been in the role for 10 years, who understands the role of what a mayor in a city manager form of government is and what it isn't. We appoint our mayor to represent the council out in the community, as all of us are out in the community attending events. And we also rely on our mayor to keep our meetings going and to also do additional administrative work for us. I believe that Sean Smith, with his tenure as pro tem, would be a great fit. He's approachable. He's open to new ideas. And with our city growing towards greatness, there are lots of changes that are afoot. And I believe that his openness to new ideas, his courage to think about things outside of the box will continue to be an asset in his role if he was chosen. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina. Is there anybody else wishing to speak for or against the motion, either of the motions?
I would.
Jennifer?
So I have to say it out loud because I don't vote usually without offering an opinion. And took some notes because as long as I've been on council, this has never come up.
Mhm.
And we're fortunate. We have an amazing council, an amazing staff. And we reap the benefits, us that sit on the dais, from the people that served before us to the people that serve now. You make our jobs, honestly, pretty darn easy compared to neighboring communities. We're financially secure. All of us here on the dais actively participate in fostering a positive environment. Our city manager leads with that positivity. And on all accounts, or most accounts, we're doing a great job. People would say that. However, as I look around, and I will go back to the budget workshop, you guys know that was a difficult conversation. And while yes, we are entitled to have differing opinions and be divided, our play it safe attitude, our risk aversion is stunting our growth. My nomination or support of my nomination is looking about how we do things, how we can look forward, and how maybe we can do them differently. And what better time than now on this amazing foundation that's been built. In order to progress, not just grow, we need to try new things. So because of that, I'm going to support Sean as mayor. Sean has demonstrated thorough, considerate, open-minded at every turn over all of these years. He said to us, be bold, defend our values. And I'm going to take his advice, and I'm going to do that knowing that this is seriously one of the hardest decisions I've made up here.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else with Debbie?
Thank you. Well, I agree that this is a very difficult decision because there really isn't anyone on this council that could not do the job. I feel strongly that we have worked cohesively and we work well together, but I also feel strongly that we do so for not for one reason, because we're all capable adults to do the job and invested in our community. But I believe that the leadership that we have gotten from Mayor Wagner over the time that I've been on council has been one of mediating our discussions in a thoughtful and provocative way, so that it draws out our thoughts, our values, how we feel our community wants us to vote. I believe that Mayor Wagner always keeps our community at the forefront. It's not his agenda. He does not want to make it our agenda. He makes it important that he's open-minded, and he remains impartial when sometimes he has to draw out, okay, what is council thinking? Because we're all kind of stalling with what we're thinking. So I appreciate, Mayor, that you've led us in that impartial way, in my opinion. You've also stepped up to represent our city at some really hefty positions in SCA and AWC. And when you do that and we join committees, I always hear how great of a mayor you are. So I believe that our community is invested in the leadership that you bring. I also just have to say on a personal note, aside from your family, I believe you put this city first. I mean, we all live and breathe Covington, but I think you live, breathe and dream Covington. And you're so well respected by our community that I sign up to go to a lot of events because I don't work during the day and I can do that, but you're at every one of them. And every opportunity that we're given, you make sure that you're there and you hope that we are there, but you inspire me to want to do more for the city. So for that reason, my vote will be for Mayor Wagner. I do want to say, I also, Sean, I really value the work that you've done on this council, and you've been instrumental in helping me when I came on board. I value your thought process. And so I don't make this decision because I don't believe you would not make a good mayor, and someday you will be. Thank you.
Anybody else? Sean, do you want to say anything beforehand or? Do you want to take a vote?
I'm humbled, I guess, by the nomination. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone's comments. Regardless of how the vote goes, I'm going to continue to represent the city and work toward what's best for our residents. Part of the reason I want to be considered for this position is I've been on the council now since 2015, and our community has grown and changed since then. We are much larger. We have new residents arriving nearly every day. I've just got a real statement. They bring, fresh ideas, new perspectives, and evolving concerns that reflect changing needs of our community. At the same time, our long-term residents rightly care about preserving the character, values, and sense of community that make this city great. So this moment, I think, calls for the city council direction that balances both new ideas with stability, leadership that listens carefully, welcomes new voices, and ensures that everyone feels represented and heard. And if I am selected, I'm committed to that transparent decision-making, clear communications, and thoughtful collaboration as we address, challenging issues like infrastructure, housing, public safety, and fiscal responsibility. So I appreciate it. So thank you. And just say to Mayor Wagner, you've done an outstanding job the last 10 years. I've learned many things from you and have watched your leadership and appreciate the commitment you've made to this community.
Thank you. I just want to thank everybody also for the nomination and support. I moved into this community back in 1988 and immediately got involved because I felt, this was even before we were a city, felt that being a servant leader, being involved, getting involved with at any given time 13 different organizations, that being my lucky number. Starting organizations with Margaret Hardo, Reach Out Covington, Lighthouse, Covington Kiwanis Club, and then starting the Covington Chamber and helping create this community, and then also helping on the group of individuals who wanted to see this community become a city. And so that was back in 1994, and then we pushed it forward so that we did become a city in 1997, so that we had a voice separate from King County. Something I learned back in probably 1989, and I've lived by this. It's even written on a piece of paper that is the old Covington stationery, which used to be unmatched quality of life because I wore out the other paper I originally wrote it on. But we must first be silent before we can listen. We must listen before we can learn. We must learn before we can serve, and we must serve before we can lead. And I fully believe that we have to be involved. And as your current mayor, I attend a lot of meetings during the day. I have the ability to do that, meeting with all the other South King County mayors at lunchtime on the second Tuesday, the school district, and other different organizations. I've been a part of SCA. help driving SCA and attending all the AWC meetings. So I would either, you know, Sean or myself, I would appreciate the vote, but I look forward to continuing to serve the city. So with the rules here, the voting shall commence in order of the nominations that were made. So I was nominated first, so all those in favor of Jeff Wagner, please raise your hands. Okay, it's 3. All those in favor of Sean Smith being mayor, raise your hands. That's 4. Sean, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
I will turn this over to you. We'll move seats during our break. And so then your next order of business, you take over.
We will now move on to nominations for Mayor Pro Tem. Do I hear any nominations?
Yes, I would like to nominate Christina Soltis.
Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Beth Porter.
Jeff, would you like to speak to your nomination?
I would like to nominate Christina because she's gotten very involved in the community. I know that Beth is also involved in the community. So both will do a great job, but Christina, from the day she announced wanting to get involved in the community, she hit the ground running and started moving forward to help make a difference. She's involved in our South King County Homeless and Housing Authority group that she meets on a regular basis to help with the homeless population, helping to bring, helping people get off the street and help them get to where they need to be. And I know that she would be a very good mayor pro tem and would help to continue to drive the changes that we want to see in this community.
Thank you. Jennifer, can you speak to your?
Yeah, it's funny, 6 years ago, I would have never believed I was nominating Beth for anything. If anyone remembers. Beth ran against me and, that's one of these decisions up here as electeds. We can't take it personally, right? And that was actually when Margaret Harto did not vote to appoint me to council years ago, that I took hard as well. But because Beth and I were on planning commission. So, just throwing that out there that, and Beth met with me right after, talked to me, she talked to me about it before when I asked her why. And then, she talked to me after. I've seen Beth engage with the community at an exponential degree compared to many of us sitting at this dais. Beth is everywhere. She is touching the community. She's very engaged with residents. If someone emails, with some problem and, we get these emails and it seems really overwhelming and complicated for us. Like, I don't know what to do with this. Beth will reach out and talk to them, and she doesn't hesitate to challenge us. She doesn't hesitate to ask staff hard questions. She doesn't hesitate to get involved in difficult zoning wording. Beth steps up, and she is also someone that is not afraid of going against the grain. And that is something that I admire and appreciate. So I think Beth would do an outstanding job.
Anybody else want to speak for or against the nominations? I would just say that I'm going to support Beth Porter as well. I was impressed when she first, or at least I remember when I first really became aware of her interest was with the Lake Point development. Beth did an outstanding job, not only raising her concerns, but taking the next step and organizing her community as well. Communicating information from the council out to her community about what was happening. And eventually took it to the next step where she was concerned enough that she wanted to run for council and won that. And so I believe Beth's got the personality, the skills, and the temperament to bring an additional skill set, which is community organizing, to our leadership team here. And so I'm going to support her nomination. Anyone else for or against? Okay, in light of the rules, we will take the nominations as they were presented. So all those in favor of Christina Soltis being the new mayor pro tem, please raise your hand or vote aye.
I was like, what are you not?
Yeah, wait, I was like,
I'm just watching.
yeah. There's three. All those in favor of Beth Porter becoming the new mayor pro tem, please raise your hand or state aye.
Aye.
Yeah. So congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Up next on our agenda is a reception to recognize the newly elected council members. How long? 15 minutes? So like the time I can see, so that's 30 to 7:40. 7:40. Okay, we're recessed until 7:40. Thank you. Up next on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Regan, are there any changes?
No change, Mayor.
All right.
So moved.
Second,
Been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the agenda's been approved. Up next is public communications from the Covington Chamber of Commerce, Dana Newts. Welcome, Dana.
I always enjoy coming here. I have tons of stuff to tell you, but I'll try to do it at a pace where you can actually hear me. I'm just really, really excited about what's happening and I can't wait to tell you. So first of all, we ended the year with about 150 members. We did 4 ribbon cuttings last year with 33 chamber events with more than 3,400 attendees. And we had our 10th Makers Market in September. It's just a quick recap on last year, but this year is what I'm super excited about. So already this year, we have 3 new members, including Lake Point, and I have a new member coming on tomorrow. So very excited about that. We, at our board retreat in November, we sat down and talked about what are our priorities for the year in some very specific categories: finance, advocacy, influence, membership, programs and events, and then a new focus on infrastructure, HR, and professional development. When it was just me, you know, we didn't need to do those things, but now it's not just me, and it's time for us to, you know, make sure that we're compliant, doing all the right things. As you know, the legislative session is underway. It started yesterday. Every Monday morning, we get a briefing from Association of Washington Business. We get regular calls of action. We meet with a legislative coalition every Friday afternoon. So we are on top of what's going on. When there's something that they want us to vote on, weigh in on, you know, speak at a hearing, you know, we're on top of that. So that's a big part of what we do, especially this time of year. We are doing 3 makers markets this year. We were able to secure a holiday location. So we have one in May, one in October, and one in November. We opened applications yesterday, and the first 3 hours we had 9. We had 9 people sign up. So I'm excited about that. Also this year, we are going to try chamber travel. I have been resistant to this idea because I couldn't make the connection between travel and the chamber. What's the point? So I've talked with a number of my colleagues, and it is it's a way to have a deeper connection with your community and your members. And honestly, it's a source of non-dues revenue. So we are planning a trip. Well, we're working with somebody who's planning a trip to Tuscany this fall. We are doing a no obligation. Yes, you may. We're doing an info session on Monday, the 26th, no obligation, Zoom, you just need to sign up, but we'll have more information sessions. But I'm really excited about it. The particular company that we chose does only chamber travel. And this guy's been in business for 26 years and he's had his own company for 12 years. So really excited to have the opportunity to work with him. This year, we're also really focusing on what we're good at, which is establishing and building relationships in the community with our businesses, with or service clubs, making those connections, connecting people, whether they're members or not, and providing services and support to our businesses. And we're also going to be doing more in terms of education. We've always had an education committee, but I haven't had time to work on it, quite honestly. And now that Bridget O'Connor is rotated off the board, I am going to ask her to take that on. I've asked Joe actually to sit on that committee, and we have somebody from PNW Sports Institute who's also interested. So I want to have a greater connection to the career and tech education program, both at Green River College and in the Kent School District. What haven't I not said? Of course, all this, and I have something else to announce in the next couple of weeks, so watch for that. It's going to be a big announcement. It's a better way. It's a way for us to expand how we support businesses in our community. This couldn't happen without Keelana. You've all met Keelana, I'm sure. She is fantastic. I'm so grateful to have her. I'm giving her more responsibility this year so that if I'm not available, that she can do all the things, or most of the things. Our ambassadors, the board, and our members, everyone contributes something critical to our success, including the city of Covington. We appreciate your support, attending events, volunteering, listening, and your openness to new ideas and new ways of doing things. It takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes all of us to support our business community, and you're an important part of that. And I thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Yeah, any questions for Dana? Yeah. Sure.
I was just curious, are you hearing any positive, negative feedback from businesses in general, and then specifically about B&O tax?
There's a lot of concern among our business community. You probably read the headlines. There are businesses that are leaving the state because it's just untenable. We are, I think, the 47th best city or state to do business in. Like, how could we be so bad? So yeah, a lot of businesses we're hearing, the minimum wage, B&O tax, the new taxes that were imposed in October, other taxes that are going to be effective this year. We are hearing the real strain, and they're either going to have to cut back on their offerings, maybe cut their hours, similar to after COVID. They're trying to adjust to this new environment, and it's hard, and some of the businesses aren't going to make it.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Up next is our first public comment period. So speakers will state their name, organization, and whether they are a Covington resident. Comments are directed to city council, not the audience or staff. Comments are to be related to city business. Comments are not intended for conversation or debate and are limited to 4 minutes per speaker. For attendees participating by Zoom, click the raise hand button. For attendees participating by phone, dial *9 to raise your hand. Once the city grants you permission to speak, press unmute in Zoom or dial *6 to unmute by phone. Just notice campaigning for any ballot measure or candidate at City Hall during council meetings, including public comments, is prohibited by state law RCW 42.17a.555. Is there anyone in the room that wishes to address the council? Anyone online? Do we see any hands? No. Okay, seeing no one approach the dais or raise their hand, we'll close this public comment period. We have a second one at the end of the agenda. Next up is approval of the consent agenda.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Now we're up to new business, appointing members to the council's audit committee. And Casey is, there's Casey.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. As part of the council process, audit committee members are appointed the first meeting in January following an election year, which we've just had. The council committee as a whole approves all vouchers, including our payroll and our accounts payable at the next available council meeting. The purpose tonight is to appoint or reappoint 3 members to the audit committee. The current members of the audit committee are Elizabeth, Christina, and Jeff. The council could choose to appoint random council members to review accounts payable and payroll vouchers. However, utilization of an audit committee makes the process work more efficiently. If you have any questions, I can answer how the process works, or you can talk amongst yourselves and let me know who would like to help us out. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. Any questions for Casey real quick? Yeah.
Casey, can you please tell us what day of the week you meet to do that?
Sure. Sure. So it's for accounts payable, it's every other Friday. And we don't have to hold up the accounts payable in order for you to finish your review. We can send those out prior. And so we just ask if you could come in like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that type of thing to just review it before we can get the voucher into the next packet for you guys.
And point of clarification, we don't all have to meet together. It rotates, so it's only one person.
Okay.
It's just one person comes in and reviews at a time.
Okay.
Just one tag on question, about how much time does that take on the day that you do the review? Is it like a 30-minute, 1 hour?
32 hours.
60,
30,
30 to 60. Okay.
Depends on the run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
sometimes.
Shelley will email the audit committee to let them know that the bill review is ready. And then somebody from the audit committee, the 3 members, each take turns on who will come in to review those bills. And then once they were reviewed, they send an email out to all 3 that they've been reviewed.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Well, currently, we have Elizabeth, Christina, and Jeff. Are the 3 of you still interested in serving?
I'm good.
I'm interested in serving unless I'd be more than happy to step down if somebody else wants to take that role for their learning and growth. Either way, it's fine.
I've done it for 20 years, so same, I'm happy to
Okay.
continue doing it, but if somebody else would like to do it, more than happy to do it.
Anybody else wanna? Okay,
I will allow you that.
yeah.
You guys.
Thank you.
Can I get a motion then?
I motion to reappoint council members Porter, Soltis, and Wagner to the audit committee.
Is there a second?
Second,
It's been moved and seconded. Jennifer, do you want to speak to your motion?
I really appreciate you guys taking the time to do this on behalf of council and to ensure audit compliance. Thank you.
Debbie, you speak to your second.
thank you. I appreciate it as well. I would have stepped in if someone needed to drop, but I appreciate that you're doing it and you're doing a great job.
Yeah, thank you. Any other comments, questions? It's been moved and seconded to appoint council members Elizabeth Porter, Christina Soltis, and Jeff Wagner to the council's audit committee. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You've all been reappointed. Thank you. Up next is new business item, 2026 appointments to the regional forums for council. And I don't know if Regan, you had anything to present?
No, other than just this is an opportunity to see if council members, those currently serving would like to stay, or any others that are willing to step up to those regional boards and participate.
Okay. I was just thinking we just go through this list and see if people are interested in continuing to either serve or if they want to be on a different one. First up is the Metropolitan Solid Waste Management Advisory Committee. Dawn is the current member, and we have Shelley Bates as the alternative. Does anybody have any strong feelings that they want to be on it? So we'll just keep it like that. South County Area Transportation Board,
Skateboard.
Skateboard. I like scat.
Scat.
That's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm on the scout board.
Debbie, you're still the member. Do you want to?
Oh, my gosh.
I am the member. I would be willing to vacate that if I'm needed to fill in for one that Joe had previously done, primarily pick. I just want to make sure that we have that one covered.
And Bob, is he still interested in serving as the alternative?
Yeah, we'll send staff to several of those boards if council's not there yet.
Okay. Well, I
Can we
think we have
table
people
that?
on
Yeah,
pick. I think there's interest, so.
Okay.
but we could come back for that. So let's get up to that.
okay.
For Sound Cities Association Public Issues Committee, Joe was the member, so we're gonna need to appoint a new person to that.
I would be interested if
Okay,
Anyone else wants to? That's good. Okay.
anyone else?
I'll stay alternate.
Okay, yeah,
That's,
okay.
So,
Yep,
John, then circling back to skateboard, I'm happy to stay on that.
okay.
Christina.
am I your alternate there?
No, Bob.
Oh,
Bob, sorry, Bob.
So sorry.
On
Okay, thank
on the
you.
skateboard, yeah, okay. Next up, we got the water resources inventory area, 9, Ryan
I would
9.
like to stay on Ryan 9,
Okay.
yes.
And I'm the alternative, but.
I'm
happy to
interested
step
in
up.
being the alternative.
Okay. And Riley would like to be the alternative. Puget Sound Regional Fire Authority, PSRA, I am the member of that. I'd like to stay on that board. So anyone who's interested in being an alternative as well. Well, can leave that as such. South King Housing and Homeless Partners Board, Christina, you were the partner or the member. You want to stay on that? Okay.
Sure.
And Debbie, you're the alternative?
Yes.
Okay. And then we have the Puget Sound Regional Council Executive Board, PSRC. Jeff, you're our representative there.
That's all done through SCA.
Okay, so they'll.
That whole
appoint them?
backside is.
Okay, so we just need people that apply for that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you go through that process in October
Okay,
and SCA picks you to fill that position.
Okay.
So we don't even vote on that.
okay. For the current. So we need to have motions for each of these. If they haven't changed, do we still need to have motion for those, Regan?
We should as a
Okay.
new reappointment,
Okay.
yes.
Can I get a motion for? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can I make a motion for each individually as one large
Yeah.
motion? Or do you want them done separately?
No, one large motion would be great.
I borrow that.
Yes.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Don Vondran as member for the Metropolitan Solid Waste Management Advisory Committee with Shelley Bates as the alternative. Like to nominate Deborah Hartsock to the skateboard with Bob Linscoff as the alternative. I would like to nominate Beth Porter as the member for Sound Cities Pick with Christina Soltis as the alternative. I'd like to nominate Jennifer Harjehausen for the RIRA 9 with Riley Reed as the alternate. Like to nominate Sean Smith as the member for Puget Sound Regional Fire Authority, and then nominate Christina Soltis as the member for SKIP with Deborah Hartsock as the alternate.
There's a second.
Do we need, yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
No,
It's
you're
been moved and seconded. Regan, do you need me to repeat all that?
No.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I did.
Yeah, thank you. It's been moved and seconded to appoint council members to these boards and positions. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, well done. Thank you. We're now up to future agenda items. Is there anything council wishes to bring to the next agenda? I think last time we spoke, Regan, we're still looking for, we don't have any new business, but still planning a meeting.
For the next meeting,
Yeah.
yes. You'll see in our future agenda, there's no new business items, but we do have reports of commissions and we do have council coming in at 5:30 for interviews that on the 27th. So we figure we can hold a quick council meeting and do reports of commissions.
Okay. And up next is council staff comments. I don't know who's online, but we'll go with Chief first.
Thanks, Mayor. We have seen a great drop in crime. Just wanted to report that this last year we were down 25%. And in the last few years, we've been down 35%. So our officers are working very hard at coming up with some new strategies for this year to continue to drop our retail crime. So you should hopefully see some stuff in the next few months. It's a little bit different, a little bit more intentional and more proactive. So stay tuned.
Thank you. I'll go in line. Up next, Dawn.
Nothing tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Casey.
I was just going to update you. We had our final exit conference last week for our 2024 audit. They did it a little differently this year. We had 2 exit conferences. So we just finished our final one and we had a clean bill of health, no findings on either audit. So I just wanted to update you on that.
That's great news. Thank you. Any
Thanks.
questions? Sorry, I should have said that for both Adam and Dawn. Any questions? No? Ethan? Yeah.
Hi, Mayor and Council. Nothing from me tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Delina?
Hi, Mayor and Council. Nothing from me tonight.
Okay, thank you. Regan?
Thank you, Mayor. So a couple items, as you know, it was mentioned a little earlier, the legislative session, the short session did start yesterday. We've got our day that's separate from AWC City Action Days on the 26th. So I believe Debbie and Beth at this point will be carpooling together. So if anybody else would like to join us, please let me know. I sent out the itinerary for that day, so looking forward to that. Also, great meeting, obviously, with our youth council. So on agenda items for the Kent School Board, when we meet with them, I guess I'd like to get your thoughts. I know we probably have several agenda items, but I wonder if we want to maybe restructure the format of that meeting to where it's less updates and more discussion items. There's a lot of items brought up tonight. So if council wants, we could maybe forego district and city updates and instead ask the district, what do you want to hear from the city? And then we tell them what we'd like to hear from them. If you're amenable to that.
I love it.
Consensus on that?
That's great.
Yeah, yes, I wholeheartedly agree with that, but I have a question about budget. And certainly that's a big
The school district budget?
item, big item for them right now. Can we at least ask for a mini update on where they're headed with cuts?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we can add that. There was a lot shared tonight, and I think council will have some ideas, so love to get your ideas. We did keep notes of everything that the youth council said. So I think we can take that and condense it down into several requests that we give to the school board. But if you have anything else, please share it when it's your time or email me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Regan on that? Thank you. Krista?
I just want to congratulate all of our newly elected and newly appointed council members. Congratulations. And thank you for allowing me to join virtually tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Mark?
Thank you. Good evening. There is an executive session tonight to review the performance of a public employee pursuant to RCW 4230-110 sub 1 sub little g. And other than that, I have no additional comment. Thank you.
And how long do you think that'll take? How long should we, an hour?
It sounds cute.
Yeah, half hour? Okay,
You said it.
yeah. All right, we'll do that. Start with half hour and extend it if we need to. Let's go down here. Christina.
Yes, thank you. What a wonderful meeting we had with with our youth council. Kent School District, I'm jumping ahead. Looking forward to that one. Just our youth is amazing. They never cease to amaze us. I'm baffled that I think all but 2 are seniors. So we have our interviews cut out for us coming up in the next quarter or so. But I'm genuinely really proud of them. They're big thinkers and they have goals, real goals. It's just nice to like Debbie said that they're coming up behind us to lead, and there's a lot of hope. Congratulations to everyone. Congratulations, Sean. I wish I knew you were wanting that position. Congratulations, Beth. You both will definitely do amazing. And like Beth said, there's nobody here who isn't qualified. But congratulations. And congratulations, Riley, once again. We have not had a skip meeting yet this month, this year. But there is one coming up and I will report as needed. So thank you very much. I hope everyone has a wonderful beginning and rest of the year.
Thank you. Beth?
Gosh, What a way to cut your teeth, Riley. This was quite an impressive first meeting, and I know there was a lot, there was a lot of sensitive topics. And so I think, like I said, we're all here in it together to move forward, and none of us need to stop doing what we're doing to keep moving our city forward and support each other. So I appreciate the support there. I would say that I'm looking forward to this whole pick thing. I think we need to let them know they're going to be doing a training at some point. So we'll have to figure out when that will happen and what their first meeting. But I think it was great during our Christmas time, we had the holidays tree lighting and the shop with a cop and some other wonderful community events happening. And it was great to see the support of our community. I know like Mayor and Regan Pro Tem were at the storehouse and seeing our youth. So more like Debbie said, you know, like they're the next wave of the future of our, not just our city, but our world, honestly. I mean, what they do, we know a lot of them come here, they go to school and live their lives, and they're on to bigger things. You know, a lot of them come from other parts of the world, and they're going back to their home countries to share what they have and make this world a better place. And looking forward to that succession planning, as I think we all know that's always a good idea to have a backup, just so that things can continue to roll. And I would love to see whatever we can do to support. I keep thinking of like these two schools and all of our residents, some of their kids are getting better help than others. And so I think that needs to be consistent, whatever that needs to be, because it's not fair and not helpful. But anyway, I don't want to keep chatting. Thank you all for a wonderful meeting, and
Thank you.
2026.
Yeah.
First off, congratulations, Sean.
Thank you.
You are our, sixth mayor now? So, yeah,
Thank you.
I believe that's 6. So congratulations, Beth. And I'm going to miss it, but now that I'm not mayor, that saves me about 15 meetings a month I'm not having to go to. And I'll give Mary Jane your phone number. She can call you at 2 o'clock in the morning. Wreaths Across America. The retirement day of wreaths is this coming Monday at Tahoma National Cemetery at 9 a.m. If you are free and wish to help collect wreaths. And
When was it?
Monday.
Monday. Yeah.
Yep, Monday, Martin Luther King Day is retirement day. This year, Wreaths Across America will now be the 3rd Saturday of December, so it'll be 1 week after the Shop with a Cop, unless Shop with a Cop changes. But and I know Beth and Debbie, you guys are involved, so I can get you the dates of when that'll be. And I'm always impressed with our youth council and with our with everybody else that volunteers and is very involved in our community. So thank you.
Thank you. Debbie.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Casey and your team on that amazing audit. I wasn't able to attend the exit interview or the exit meeting. And I read through the document that was sent out, and I thought, well, I've missed something. So I kept reading through it thinking, well, there's nothing in here. And so I sent an email to Regan. I said, unless I'm missing something, we had nothing. So that's amazing. I mean, for all the work that you guys do, I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to our day in Olympia. Boy, it's a short session and a lot of things to discuss. And then as all of the majority of the things that are on our agenda kind of go hand in hand with some money that we need coming down from the state, and that's probably not going to happen. So, but we'll keep pushing for it. I'm happy to continue serving on skateboard. It feels like I'm always pounding, the idea that we need more routes, and yet we got an email that told us that they are taking the route from Lake Meridian to Kent Station away I understand their reasoning. I asked Regan if we know any data of how many Covington residents use that route. I'm gonna guess it's a lot because that's a single seat. You get on that bus and you can get all the way to Seattle. But we don't have any data. And Regan, if it's okay with you, because Amanda runs the skateboard meeting, I was going to reach out to her and ask her if she could get us some data, because we've got to communicate this to our residents. There will be an impact, a positive impact on the route going through Maple Valley, Covington. That's great. It's still not what we need, but losing that one route, those residents that have been riding that bus, now their option will be to get some form of transportation to Kent Station whereby they can take Link. So I'll keep working on that. On Youth Council, they are probably the most amazing council that we've had. It's a big group because all the seats are full. I was wondering, as they were talking about the reluctance from students to do one more survey, and they talked about, well, you talked about like how they'll do anything for a bag of chips. I'm wondering if we could give them a budget of, throughout the year, a couple of $25 Starbucks gift cards that they could use as, hey, we're going to do a drawing. If you participate in the survey, your name's going to get entered in the drawing. Maybe it's FOSS. I was thinking gift certificate to FOSS. Or their copy.
Kent Lake.
Yeah, I can't like.
Kent Lake.
Gotta remember Kent Lake.
So
Lake Sawyer
grocery.
Lake Sawyer Grocery is
like-
their
Okay,
FOSS.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
At least with my FOSS.
yeah, but
Yeah.
could we could do that, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. If not, I will.
Or to
we give it a shot and see if it
Yeah,
helps.
I think it might help to make it a little bit more fun and get some incentivization.
Yeah.
Incentive, make it simple, incentive to take part in that. That is all I had. I was gone most of the break, and then came back and been sick the rest and just laying around. So I've kind of missed out on things. I missed the day at the storehouse because that was the day we were leaving. Storehouse. Oh, I will talk about this more at our next meeting. We had an amazing year. We blew out every number out of the water. We are now serving 2,200 individuals, which is 10% of actually 2,400 individuals, which is just over 10% of our community. So that makes me sad.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it makes me grateful that we received in just shy of 2 million pounds of food and all the volunteers we can use. So we are proceeding with meeting with architects and starting to spend some of the money that was raised that most of all of you supported, and we're going to start moving along. So that's it. Thank you.
That's so
Jennifer.
exciting. I asked Krista to forward to you all the slide deck from the Ryan 9 25 years of salmon habitat recovery. It's just, I think 10, 12 minutes, something like that, but it's a really great video that summarizes what the Rayas are and how they come together. And one of the very unique things about the Raya structure is that it's made up of all of these different municipalities and that come together for a common goal. So anyway, it's inspiring, uplifting to watch. The only other thing I wanted to share is I will not be here or virtually present at the January meeting. I'm also missing the Olympia. I wasn't, available, and that's okay. We can't make it work for everyone. So I'll be out of town celebrating my birthday, and I will raise a glass. I will be back by Summit. I come back home the 28th. Yeah. So, yeah.
Thank you. Riley.
All right. Well, I want to start by saying I'm honored to be sitting up here with all of you guys. I am intimidated in a way because there's so much knowledge and tenure here. I feel like I'm in the perfect hands to start out on a council. There's every single one of you have been willing to meet with me, and I'm learning so much from all of you. Beth was right to say that this meeting was a really difficult one for me to start out on. And I just want to do everything I can to make this council successful. And what I'm trying to do when I make decisions is to think of the people I spoke to while campaigning. Think about the things that they said they prioritized or they wanted of a city, and try to make that happen for them. So there's some new ideas out there that I want to consider. And so I want to be part of that positive change, building on years of hard work and sweat into this city, mainly by Jeff. He put a lot into Covington and puts a lot into Covington. And I look up to him greatly. And I look forward to working with all of you because I look up to all of you in very many different categories. It's just, I feel so blessed to be here. So thank you for giving me a seat.
Thank you, Riley. And I'll just say we have not had an RFA meeting for January yet. We canceled the last one due to lack of what Jeff already went. Yeah, appreciate it. Didn't have an RFA meeting, so next one is next week. I want to say congrats to all of the newly elected, and thank you to Jeff for your leadership. Really appreciate it. I too attended the Storehouse event and it was eye-opening to see how much work goes into organizing that food. I mean, I'm amazed that they are. I wasn't aware of how much effort it takes just to get it, one, to get it, and then two, to get it into a format that it can be easily selected and used. So that was really kind of like you said, Debbie, it was both heartwarming, but also sad to see how many people are dependent on it. So hopefully our community continues to step up, but we also move toward not needing to have so many people on food assistance. So I think that's everything. Oh, and thank you for your support tonight. I really appreciate it, and hope to earn and maintain your trust. So thank you very much. Okay, with that, we're in our second public comment period. Speakers will state their name, organization, or whether they are a Covington resident. Comments are directed to City Council, not the audience or staff. Comments are to be related to city business. Comments are not intended for conversation or debate and are limited to 4 minutes per speaker. For attendees participating by Zoom, click the raise hand button. For attendees participating by phone, dial *9 to raise your hand. Once the city grants permission to speak, press unmute in Zoom or dial *6 to unmute by phone. Again, notice campaigning for any ballot measure or candidate at City Hall or during council meetings, including public comments, is prohibited by state law, RCW 42.17a.555. I don't see anyone in the room. Is there anyone online that would like to address the council? Okay, seeing no one raise their hand, we'll close the second public comment period. Up next is an executive session to review the performance of a public employee pursuant to RCW 42.30.110 subsection 1 subsection G. And I think we'll look for 30 minutes. So we'll be back at 8:50. My math is correct. So we'll do that. So we are in recess till then.
Which no further action will be taken.
And then after which no further action will be taken. Thank you, Jeff. So, all right. Now we got a few more minutes, right? Yeah.
Longer.
No, we've got till 8:50, I said. So we got 6 more minutes. Yeah. Thank you. So we're back from executive session. Council will take no further action, and we are adjourned tonight at 8:51 p.m.